Okay, I'm here. I want to show you a product here that I have been using in the past, but I have been using in the past another kind. I was just sent this one here to evaluate it, and I kind of like this one here because it has some more features that the other one didn't have. This is a Rocktron Power Tap. And what it's for is to power up all of your pedals using an AC to DC power supply. This one in particular has your IEC cable, which is here, and it connects to it, and it also has dip switches that are right here, and I'll tell you all about that here in just a minute. And another good feature that this thing has that the other ones don't have, that I haven't seen yet, are it has a tappable AC input switch as well, so you can go from 115, or if you're out of the country of the US, you can go to 230 volts. So that there is definitely the plus, the only way to go. Now you don't have to just buy two separate ones, one that's just for American power and just for European power, so it's right here. Another nice thing that this thing employs is that it has output, AC output, and it has one in the back, and then it has one on the side, and has another one on the side, and that's three altogether. And to me, that's another plus, because when for my particular usage, I have to employ a lot of pedals, and I like to have at least two of these here. So one of these here will help me power the other power tap, so I can use two of these power taps as well. And then if I did that, then I can connect it with one of these here in the back or on the side, and I still have two of these here left. And sometimes I have to use pedals that just require AC power and plugs, and this will give me with two of these hooked up, I have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when I have two of these, and that'll be more than enough that I'll ever use. But that's another plus right there as well. Another thing that this power tap has is that it has dip switches on the back to give you the power that you need when they are down in certain positions, like it says here between 1 and 5. You can bring these things up or down to give you a true 9 volt or a true 12 volt, and that would be for DC. And those are these certain dip switches that you can read about in your little manual that you get with this. So right now, as you can see there in the down position, this is upside down, as you can see. Maybe you can't see it, but this is upside down showing it to you, but it's the best way to show you right now. So they're all in the down position, even though they look like they're in the up. So what we're going to go ahead and do is just go ahead and show you, and I have my multi-tester here to give you an idea of the power that this thing will have. And most pedals use a negative tip, and the sleeve or barrel is positive. So here's the black, and I'm going to insert it inside here, which is the tip. And then of course the red, which is the positive, is going to go to the barrel. And as you can see on the meter here, it is showing 9 volts. And one thing good about a multi-tester like the Flute, it'll show you whether it's true positive volts or negative volts. And what I mean is that I'm going to go ahead and switch these out and put the positive inside the tip, and then use the black on the barrel. And as you can see right here, there is a negative. It says negative 9 volts. So this lets you know that your polarity is reversed. So if I went back and put the black one in here and the positive out here, then you can see that the negative is gone. So that's one nice thing about the Fluke or other nice digital multi-testers. They can let you know for sure where you're at. So here we go, just to show you that these dip switches are working. Right now I have it into plug number 1, and I'm going to go to the back here, and I'm going to move the dip switch up, and it's still coming out, still connected to the first one, but now the voltage has changed. Now it's DC 12 volts. So it is true. So when you move the switch up, it'll give you your DC volts is 12. And the way this one works, it's supposed to be where these 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, will do that with these dip switches back here. So these dip switches will change the voltage. So I'm going to go ahead and put that one back to its original 9, and just to show you again that that's what it does. And there it is, 9 volts. So this is a real good, and it's quiet. I've plugged it into my amps, and so far everything is isolated and it's clean. So that's a real good thing too, because you want all your power to be as clean as possible. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the what they call a sag volt. In other words, sometimes you want to have a pedal that supposedly the battery's draining down and you just love that tone of that sagging power supply, and so that's what this is supposed to do. So right now the dip switches are all on 9. They haven't been changed. They're not tappable for this sag, so I want to show you that when you plug it in, and the reading here is 9 volts, as you can see, and I'm going to use this screwdriver here, and I'm going to bring the voltage down or move the switch here, and as you can see, it's just, I've got it all the way turned to the left or all the way down as far as volts, and it's still 9 volts. Nothing's changed at all. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to, this is number 6, I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to move the tap switch here on number 6, and still plugged in here, and I turned it all the way down, so we're going to probably see something like a 4 volt DC here, and sure enough, there it is, 4.37, and that's your sag. And you go, well, that's great showing me on this video, but does it really and truly work? Well, I'm going to go ahead and move this pot here to show you that the volts can go up to where you want it. If you can hear that beautiful tone somewhere in this current, then you can go ahead and see it and leave it there, and you can see the increments are quite small, so it works. We're at 7, now we're going up to 8, and then I'm going to go all the way up, and up is the full 9. So that tap there for that surge button here will work for your battery if you want to sag the battery down, surge it down in DC. So that's pretty good. So next I'm going to go ahead and put it back, and you got 2 of those. 2 of these here are sags, DC sags, and they'll have on here written 4 to 9 volt. So I'm going to put that back. And then lastly, what they have here is the AC 9 volts. So we have AC current and not direct current. We have alternating current here going on, and it's at 9 volt, it says. And so if I use this particular cable here, it won't fit in. So this one here is a different size, and it comes with these cables so that you can use the correct one. And they usually have this gray cable. You can read in the little booklet, it'll show you, and this one here will fit. If you try one end, it won't work, you see, and if you try the other end, it's the one that's will work. This one here will not fit in here, but the other side of the gray cable that they recommend fits right in, and then you can go ahead and take the measurement. But now I got to change it from DC to AC, so I'm going to push it over, and we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to put one of them inside and the other one on the outside, and this is AC voltage, and it shows right at 11.69 volts or 12 volts, pretty close. And then we're going to go ahead and do the opposite to see if that really does make a difference at all. And of course, it's alternating current, and since it's alternating current, it's not going to show a negative over here because it doesn't need that. Alternating current works either way. So tip or negative in the tip, you won't see the dial. It's just different here. But you'll have to remember, you'll have to know that your pedal says the tip is this or that, if it says it at all, and that it's 12 volts AC. So there you go. There's my little work analysis on this particular power tap. I think it's great. And for those of you that need to have 18 volts or 24, you can do that. And they do sell these cables, accessory cables, where you have a Y and you have one coming out to your pedal, and on the other end it'll be a Y, so you'll have 2, one going into one 9 volt and one going into another 9 volt, and those two together at the proper tap, if it's down it's 9 volts, that's 9 plus 9, that would be 18 volts. If the tap was up, which is 12 volts, well then that's 12 plus 12, which is 24 volts, and that's how you would get your needed power.